Hey everybody, welcome to part 6 of my guitar collection. These are the 6-string hollow body or 6-string acoustic types, more or less. Let's see, we're going to start over at this end. This if I can get it out, and I can't. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, this is my number 1 6-string. This is my 6-string acoustic. Pretty much all the rest of them, I bought the oval back because I wanted an oval back, one of each. Bought the banjo because I wanted a banjo, one of each. And all the rest of them I got because they were either pretty or they were supposed to be pretty. But yeah, this is my real 6-string. I'm the original owner. This is mid to late 90s Fender 6-string Electro Acoustic. It's got the factory preamp and all that good stuff in it. It is, of course, extremely dusty and hasn't had any attention paid to it in a long time. It's missing a string. It's never really been upgraded or changed in any way whatsoever. I don't think I haven't done anything to it at all. So, but yeah, this is my number 1. I think I paid around $400 for this thing. And it is, it wasn't as pretty sounding as my Taylor 12 back in the day, which I paid $1,800 for, and that thing was just mind-blowingly nice. Somebody knocked it off the stand and broke the headstock off it. But it was decent. It was decent enough. I wasn't looking to spend cubic dollars on an acoustic, so $400 was good enough to get the job done. So there's a real Fender 6, and that's pretty much the number 1 guitar. And then more or less all the rest of these, except for the banjo, and the oval back, I bought those because of the type they were. All the rest of them, I pretty much just bought because they were pretty and not expensive, or they were supposed to be pretty and not expensive. So what we got here is the Sonart. There's a video on this. I put a pickup and a bar piezo in it. This thing cost me, in the video I keep saying it cost me $65, but I think it actually cost me more like $93 or something like that. And it's a beautiful kind of rose stain finish on the entire guitar with black hardware, and plays nice, and it's very pretty, and it wasn't expensive. So that's the Sonart. Yeah, see, Sonart. There you go. Decent guitar, pretty for the price. This one here is my $45 Amazon special. There's a video on this guitar too. This guitar needed a lot of work. It's a 3/4 size classical, but it's got steel strings on it. I probably put those on. Yeah, the Lagrima is the real classical. So yeah, I got this thing because it was pretty and it was cheap, and it turned out to be a little low quality as well as inexpensive, shall we say. But yeah, if you're interested, check out the video. I would not recommend buying one of these unless you're looking to do some repairs and mods first. But in the end, I got it squared away, and it's decent enough now. Let's see, I'm just kind of setting these aside as I go along. The Aklot. Okay, this was, where's the headstock here? hold on, yeah. Camera's on the left side of the phone. Here we go. Here's the Aklot. So the Aklot was supposed to be a mahogany. Get it in the light. Alright, so this thing, which is actually kind of tan and black, was supposed to be mahogany. And let me show you a mahogany. This is the Kmise. This is a beautiful guitar. Now, this is mahogany. The whole thing is mahogany. This is a beautiful guitar. It looks beautiful, it plays beautiful, it's got a nice neck and everything. But yeah, so this is the Aklot, and it was supposed to be mahogany, more kind of like that, with the clear coat and the binding and stuff, and it came out and it's this. And that's definitely not that color at all. So it's like, you know, this is another one. This is one of the guitar purchases that was not as nice as pictured online. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. I've got ideas for 3 basically acoustic builds. One of them is a 32 row pattern or something like that, and it's a Rickenbacker with a horseshoe pickup here, and the original had a 24 fret neck on a 3/4 bot. Yeah, imagine this. Let me get this thing back. The 32 row pattern, I think it is, which became Rickenbacker. It had a 3/4 body. It had a 24 fret neck that joined at the 18th fret, someplace up here. It was a way long neck. It had a classical headstock, and it had a huge horseshoe magnet down here at the bridge. And I think it was a flat top, maybe? It was either a flat top or a carved top. I can't recall offhand. And so that was one of the ideas for one of the builds. Second was a ES-150, which was like the first mass-produced electric Spanish guitar. And that would have been a full size with a, more like this, a full size with a Gibson style headstock and a Charlie Christian pickup up by the neck or somewhere in the middle. I can't recall offhand. So you can get the Charlie Christians for $60 on eBay, but if you wanted to get a horseshoe and turn this thing into a road patent, then you're talking like $300 just for the pickup. But you can get them. And so yeah, and then the third build that I'm thinking of doing with the ones I don't know what to do with, so to speak, or the ones that were not as nice as pictured or whatever, the ones that, you know, the ones that I don't mind hacking up is a Resonator Build. Basically, you cut a big old hole out and plop this stuff in, and then put a pickup in it. That kind of idea. So, let's see. We covered the eBay $45 special. Set that baby down. We covered the Aklot. Hold on a sec. Be right back. And that would bring us to the banjo. So I've always wanted a banjo. And yeah, it's a real banjo. It's cool, man. And I decided, hey, I might as well go for the 6-string. Then it works like a real guitar, and I don't have to learn anything special or adapt too much. And so yeah, it plays just like a guitar. It's got a great neck on it. This is the kind that's got the back as a reflector plate, and then it's got a gap all the way around the edge. And then the front face is the drum for your vibrator plate. And yeah, it's a real banjo. It's cool. I put locking tuners on it. There's a video on this. It's got locking tuners and Floyd Rose. I put a piezo under the bridge, and it's been electrified. Where's my electrics here? There's my electrics. Yeah, so it's been electrified, and I put strap locks on it, and it's a beautiful, beautiful banjo. I think these go for, I forget what I paid for this. It wasn't that expensive. It was like, you know, around $2, something like that, I think. Maybe less, maybe a little more now. And so, yeah, that's the banjo 6-string acoustic-ish kind of thing, I guess you'd say. How about here? Will you stay there? There you go. Okay, now this is the Cadence Acoustica. This is another one that was not as nice as pictured. It had the dark on it was a lot bigger and wider and darker on the original online photos. The guitar itself acoustically is really actually quite nice. This guitar had a number of issues with like setup, bridge height, and bad electronics, but which made it kind of frustrating because otherwise acoustically the guitar is really actually surprisingly nice. It's got, you know, a decent enough neck on it, and it's got a really, really good tone and resonance and stuff like that. So but I got another preamp. Let me get it out the light here. Yeah, I got a new preamp for it and wired it all up and all that kind of good stuff with the dual output jack and everything, and fixed up the bridge height, got, you know, all the actions set up going correctly on it, and now it's a very, very nice guitar. It's got locking tuners on it, kept the original nut, so yeah. But this is another one of the not as nice as pictured guitars, so I've kind of stopped buying guitars based on what they look like. At this point, I don't need them. You know, I didn't need this. I already had the Fender, and I only bought it because it was pretty. You know, it was, wherever the Fender went, there's the Fender. Yeah, so originally this one was supposed to be prettier than that Fender, and it wasn't. I mean, it's a little bit different and got a bit more graining, but it's nothing like the photos. So the photos made it look almost like cedar wood or something, really wide dark grains. You know, so it was, you know, this has got, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 grains going across the body. The photo, it had like one light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. It was cool, man. It was really cool. It's a shame they don't really look like that. So, and it's also a shame they have electronics and setup issues, because the guitars themselves are actually, once you get past all that, the guitars are really, really nice. So that's the Cadence Acoustica. Like I said, there's a video on that one. Now this one, no video on this yet. I haven't done a review or anything. This is my classical. This is a Lagrima. Get it out of the, there you go. This is a Lagrima. If I can get the thing to focus. But yeah, it's a Lagrima. It's a classical. And it comes with nylon strings on the top end and everything. And this thing is nice. It's got correct wrapping, no pins, none of that late model BS, right? This is a real classic, flat, zero infinite radius, whatever you want to call it, flat fretboard, fingerboard. Yeah, small frets, gold frets. Yeah, this thing is nice. Fret ends and the edges are all super, super clean. Yeah, you got binding on the front. That's going to be a water slide, but it's a nice one. You got binding on the back. It's got a beautiful back. Yeah, it's a great neck. It's wide. It's wide. It's a classical guitar, man. But yeah, you want a nice classical, these things are not that expensive. I don't remember how much it was. It was, you know, around 100, kind of a thing. Maybe less, maybe more. But yeah, if you want a nice classical, and that's a full size too. So yeah, Lagrima for sure. Like I said, there's a few brands that I was impressed with, like the G style, and the Lagrima, and the acoustics. The ones that I'm impressed with are the Sonart's not bad. I mean, it's not bad, but the ones that I was really impressed with are the Lagrima and the Kmise, and of course the Banjo. This Banjo is really nice. These are around 2 on eBay, I think, and yeah, worth every penny, man. This is high quality craftsmanship. If this was a guitar, this would be a $300 or $400 guitar, probably, on the craftsmanship level. I mean, granted, it doesn't have any electronics at all, but just the fit and finish and the quality of the work and the materials and stuff. So, anyway, where was that? Okay, so yeah, this is another one that I definitely could recommend with no second thoughts. And this one here started life as a $69 no-name eBay acoustic, just an acoustic. And I'd always wanted an oval back of some sort, but like an Ovation. Buddy of mine, his girlfriend and wife had a Ovation back in the day, as I recall. I got to try it once. It was a pretty guitar. So, but yeah, this is my Ovation style. I found out when I got it that it wasn't nearly as loud as I expected. What with these holes. This is another guitar that was not as nice as pictured. The finish on it was almost flat. I've actually clear coated this. It's dirty now, but I've actually clear coated this in order to bring the sheen up some. You can see a little bit there. Nope, that's dust. Sorry, never mind. The inlays over the sound holes were, it was just printed plastic, and they look, the colors on the actual guitar when you saw it live was they were faded and washed out. They weren't nearly as vibrant as in the photos. In the photos, it looked almost like real inlay work because, you know, they used really dark inks and dark colors and stuff, and it looked good. But these didn't, and the original plan was I was going to squirt them flat black, and I thought it might look good that way, but I had issues with trying to mask it off cleanly, so I just left them sanded back to white. And let's see, setup and playing wise, other than the fact that it was quieter than expected and not as pretty as expected, there's really nothing wrong with the guitar. I ended up refinishing the front. I refinished, they used to have like a bumpy truck bed liner texture on the back, and I sanded all that down and refinished all that. I sanded the neck down. It used to be dark brown or something, and I refinished that with shellac, as I recall. There's a video on this thing, and I put the preamp in it and everything, and now it's a very pretty guitar now, so it works great. Got the metal pins in it, and I don't know if this has locking tuners or not. Yep, locking tuners as well. Haven't done anything with the net yet, so, but yeah, that's my Ovation style right there. And then the Kmise, this is, I bought it because it was pretty and it was all mahogany and wasn't that expensive. And it's a beautiful guitar at every rate. In all respects, it's a beautiful guitar. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this thing. It's got great fretwork. It's got, you know, classic acoustic steel string type frets, standard size frets. They're not jumbos or anything. The body is absolutely beautiful. This is dusty as hell, but But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I haven't even put pins in it. I got a set of pins I can put in that. Action and everything on it was just fine right out of the box. Got a well-cut nut and a well-cut bridge. So yeah, another brand that I can wholeheartedly recommend, Kmise. And I think that's it for the 6 strings. So until the next video, the only thing I've got left in 6 strings now is experimental guitars, and I think I'm going to do like a video on all the experimental guitars all at once. And so it'll include like 6s and 12s both. And I'm not going to mix the 6s in with like the other 6-string series. So I think this is going to do it for the 6 strings, and the next video in the series is going to be the beginning of the 7 strings, which actually, if I'm not mistaken, that's going to include a couple of surprises in the form of laptop baritone 7-string acoustics from China. See you all in the next video.